Now, Kayamandi township residents are still rebuilding their homes after a devastating fire. At least 2,000 people were displaced after 300 shacks were destroyed in the township in Stellenbosch. The rebuilding effort was also hampered by the recent storms which lashed parts of the Western Cape. Newzroom Afrika's Yazeed Kamaldien is tracking the story, and he joins us live with an update this Wednesday. Yazeed, you know, as always, great to talk to you. As always, the discussion is around whether we should be rebuilding informal housing when we do know that when weather events like this happen, when fires break out, there's a big chance that these families will be in the same position months or even a couple of years down the line. It's all part of the crisis that we face as a country, right, insofar as housing is concerned.
That's correct. Always good to talk to you too, Michelle. Now, I've been here for a few hours in Kayamandi. I was here on Sunday as well when the storms started picking up and the wind was blowing a lot of the zinc sheets around here. And that is, of course, the big question, right? Like, should people just be rebuilding their shacks after each fire? In fact, here in Kayamandi, the residents that I spoke to have told me it's the third time in their lives that this has happened on this very spot. One young woman told me that it was she's not even that old, she's in her 20s, and she already experienced 3 shack fires like this. Now, what I can tell you around me, there's still some zinc materials that people are trying to reuse. They are still waiting for help from the municipality, which has promised them what they call a fire kit. That's some poles and some zinc sheets that people can use to rebuild their shacks. Now, the municipality, the ward councillor, said that he would join us here on site in a bit as well. I'd like to now actually speak to one of the residents who is rebuilding his shack, and he's trying to use whatever materials are still left. I'd like to find out from him whether it can actually be used. Mr. Plaatje, you are shifting through some of these zinc materials. Can you use all of this?
I use it now, but I don't know when will come to material. Now I use it for old one.
Yeah.
Yes.
But can you still use this? Can you show me what you are using? So these are materials. Your shack burned down. This was your home, right?
Yes. Yeah, I will use it, but you choose not to use it all. This platter. You take it for that's better. This one, another bad, throw away.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mr. Plaatje. So that's a resident saying that he can't even use all the materials after his shack basically burnt down. And as I had mentioned, the municipal ward councillor is going to be making his way here. He's told me that they have a meeting with the mayor at the moment to discuss how they are still going to respond. They are working with the National Department of Human Settlements on getting those materials here to residents. I've also interviewed Gift of the Givers. They are an aid agency that's been here since Sunday, and we saw them earlier today providing meals because people don't have any materials or any utensils or anything really to cook food with. And that's the situation here on the ground, Michelle.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely a devastating story. And when we look at the Western Cape's housing list, Yazeed, official waiting lists say that over 600,000 people are in line for a council house. And in Cape Town alone, that number is 350,000. So more than 50% of that number is in Cape Town. Serious questions. It's an election year as well. We know that a big part of the democratic promises made in 1994 were around proper housing and sanitation for South Africans. Those are some of the big questions we need to be asking our leaders.
That's correct. And just in the last 2 weeks, I've gone to Mitchell's Plain, I've been in Fuleni, and today I'm in Kayamandi. And everywhere people live in conditions much like this. Temporary structures that can be blown over by a strong wind. Flood season is coming up in the Western Cape as well. No doubt there will be more shacks at risk of adverse weather conditions here in the province.
Absolutely. And as your one guest told you, this is the third time they are facing the prospect of having to rebuild their homes in as many years. Yazeed Kamaldien, let me thank you for your time. Thanks for joining us, giving a sense there of Kayamandi Township as residents yet again try to rebuild their lives.